Hi everyone, Tirza here, the Smiling Goddess. Welcome to another book haul video. Last year I got new bookshelves like, sorry, this one here. But in the living room there's like a whole wall full of that. And yeah, we've been, working on filling that up. So it's pretty much full now, and so I've got one more big book haul now, and then I'm on a book buying ban for a bit, because we have other expenses in life, don't we? So yeah, have to do more of a I have to put more of a focus on that for now. But anyway, so let me show you what I've got since last time. And this one you can see I'm reading that at the moment. Yeah. Hekate, Goddess of Witches, Courtney Weber. And this is actually a really nice book. It's very much personal analysis, but there's also a lot of research in there giving you information about, archaeological finds, mythology, various alternatives as well, so that is really, well, I'm just over halfway through and I absolutely love it. So Courtney Weber takes us on a journey through the lore, legends, history, and mythology of Hekate, ancient goddess of crossroads, ghosts, and witchcraft, and also perhaps the most beloved goddess today. While exploring the relevance of Hekate for today's pagan practitioner, Weber provides tools, techniques, practices, and suggestions for incorporating Hekate into your own personal magical and spiritual journey. What I love here is that, as far as I've read, these suggestions are easily doable. You don't need any fancy stuff, and and she's very down to earth with that. So even if you're a beginner and you don't really know what you're doing yet, and you're just feeling your way into the witchy stuff, and the magical side, it's very easy to follow. So that is really one wonderful thing. So it continues. Each chapter focuses on a different aspect of Hekate, exploring original mythology, historical context, and contemporary connotations, concluding with spells and personal rituals. The final chapter is a grimoire full of rituals, offerings, and other practices to help readers connect with this extraordinary goddess. The book also explores magical ethics, what it means to be a witch in the 21st century, and best practices for successful witchcraft. That is wonderful. Obviously, I haven't read the end of it yet, so I'm looking forward to that one. But I love this book. I really, really do. And you can see I marked a lot already. So yeah, absolutely bloody brilliant book. If you're interested in that and have a personal perspective woven into that as well. I love the way she writes. It's easy to read and it's so full of information. You have a bibliography and things in there as well. So it's very well done, in my opinion. Then the next book is When God Was a Woman, the landmark exploration of the ancient worship of the great goddess and the eventual suppression of women's rights by Merlin Stone. There you go. Just so you can pause it here and head over to your favorite online bookstore and buy that book if you're interested. I hate it when people just go like that and you're trying to, find the right place. So, in the beginning, God was a woman. Here is an invitation to discover a past that has been buried by millennia of Judeo-Christian myth and corresponding social order. Merlin Stone tells us in fascinating detail the story of the goddess who, known by names such as Astarte, Isis, and Ishtar, reigned supreme in the Near and Middle East. There she was revered as the wise creator and the one source of universal order, not simply as a fertility symbol as some histories would have us believe. History, like, not her story. Sorry, I just lost my here. And under the goddess, societal roles differed markedly from those in patriarchal Judeo-Christian cultures. Women bought and sold property, traded in the marketplace, and inherited title and land from their mothers. How did the shift from matriarchy to patriarchy come about? By documenting the wholesale rewriting of myth and religious dogmas, Merlin Stone describes an ancient conspiracy in which the goddess was reimagined as a wanton, depraved figure, a characterization confirmed and perpetuated by one of modern culture's best-known legends, that of Adam and the fallen Eve. Insightful and thought-provoking, this is essential reading for anyone interested in the origin of current gender roles and in rediscovering women's power. So there you go. That's that came highly recommended as well, and I've kind of had a little bit of a look inside. It's really extremely extremely interesting. It's got a big bibliography, date charts, and an index at the end as well. So which I always love when you can, if you want, you can go and have a look at the back matter and then explore further from there. Right, let's put that here. Another one that came highly recommended, White Magic Spell Book by Alysia Green, a modern step-by-step guide to light spells, love magic, divination, and rituals for a better life. There you go. I've had it on my wish list for the longest, and then I've seen it recommended on Ivy Corver's Discord channel, so and quite a few said it was brilliant. So you can find Ivy under at Ivy the Occultist here on YouTube, by the way. Love her channel. Right, White Magic Spellbook. Greetings to you on the road of light, ready to illuminate your path to self-discovery and transformation. This comprehensive guide explores the depths of white magic, from the history and ethical considerations to spellcasting, divination, and advanced techniques. Discover the power of crystals, the magic of herbs, and the significance of the moon in your magical work. Learn to cast powerful spells for love, protection, abundance, and well-being. Integrate magic into your everyday life for personal growth and spiritual development. Unleash your power, open this book, and let the magic begin. Well, that sounds lovely, doesn't it? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to reading that too. And then another goddess that I've written about on my website as well, tirzaschaefer.com/goddesses. Lots of goddesses there to choose from. And this is Celtic Goddess of Inspiration, Cerridwen, by Kristoffer Hughes. Also came highly recommended. I mean, I've seen this author around a few times as well, so yeah, I'm very excited about that. And it says, an authentic guide to the Welsh magical bard tradition. The witch goddess Cerridwen is the focus of devotion and reverence amongst witches and pagans around the world. This book traces Cerridwen's roots through layers of history and myth, and it provides hands-on exercises and visionary rites to help you realize her immeasurable power in your own magical practice. Based on years of intensive research by celebrated Welsh druid Kristoffer Hughes, this wonderful work shows you how to evoke the magic of ecstatic poetry and song as you join the lineage of magical bards who have explored the secrets of Auryn and Cerridwen's cauldron of inspiration. You will also discover first ever English translations from ancient Welsh manuscripts, as well as Kristoffer's powerful approach to contemplative journeying, working with sigils, and creating an altar. With rituals for initiation, affirmation, and clarity, this deeply poetic book explores the transformative energies of the goddess of witches. Now, I am so looking forward to that. I've never actually, as far as I know, read anything by druids. So, yeah, I'm so excited. And, Cerridwen also is a goddess that I love. I love working with her, writing about her, the exchange we had during that process and all that. So I'm super hyped to read that as well. It's probably going to take a bit because I'm also, I'm studying again or still, never stop, do I? I'm such a nerd. Anyway, but I'm so excited about this. And now, a book by Kate Freuler, I hope I've pronounced that right, of Blood and Bones, Working with Shadow Magic of the Dark Moon, forward by Matt Auryn. So that was another book that made the witchy circles on YouTube, and everybody was really, in love with this book who read it. I'm very excited to have that in my library now as well. Let me show you. There you go. And at this point, I might want to say, the terms white and black magic, as in good and evil or something, that don't really fit that well either, because, in magic and all that is, the terms light and dark, you can have good dark and evil light as well. So that, I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but when you encounter this terminology, just keep that at the back of your mind. Because the dark magic can also very much refer to shadow magic, which is a valuable tool for self-development as well. Okay, of protecting yourself and things like that. So, keep an open mind with that one. Learn to work with the magic of the dark moon. Yeah. Shadow magic occupies a critical but often misunderstood role in the rich history of witchcraft. This book explores topics such as the ethical use of animal parts and bones, blood magic, dark moon energy, and other rarely discussed aspects of witchcraft. With a focus on ethically sourcing materials and suggestions for plant-based substitutions, which would be the thing for me, author Kate Freuler provides much-needed information and hands-on techniques to help you strengthen your witchcraft practice, connect to nature, protect yourself and your kith and kin, and know yourself in a deep way. Within these pages, you will also discover methods for hexing, scrying, sex magic, and working with dark deities, in addition to the magical use of graveyard dirt and performing spells to assist the crossing of a dying loved one. The shadow work explored in Of Blood and Bones reminds us that not everything is love and light, and that facing the dark side supports the quest to achieve spiritual wholeness. Well, there you go. What I said, just better expressed. Yes, love that. Totally, totally looking forward to that. As I'm kind of a newbie in magical stuff, I would like to point out again, Ivy Covers, Ivy the Occultist, said in one of her videos talking about, I think that was for members only, but anyway, talking about blood magic. If you're a beginner and you are not so versed in magic yet, you might not want to do that, and be careful with it because it's powerful stuff. Okay, so I'm just passing that message on. So, don't just get the book, prick your finger or whatever you do, and most of all, don't do a Bonnie Bennett and slash your hand like in Vampire Diaries. That's Hollywood stuff. Yeah, but anyway, so coming with a disclaimer, but here you go. Totally hyped to read this as a Scorpio. I love going into deep stuff and dark stuff and ethical. Very important, to know your boundaries around ethics and explore that before you go down that path. Obviously, I'm totally big on ethics myself, but obviously, you have to find out for yourself and think about it and feel out where your own boundaries are and your guidelines and to follow. But anyway, yeah, so working with powerful stuff, make sure you are pretty well prepared for that. Right, now this book now that I'm holding in my hands here was supposed to be on the last book haul already, but when I got it delivered, it had like this piece of cardboard box like plastered on here, that big, so I had to send it back and get a new one. So Ancestral Tarot, Uncover the Past and Chart Your Future by Nancy Hendrickson, forward by Tirza Reid, the Tarot Lady, which I love as well. Tirza Reid is really cool. I follow her on Instagram, for example, and yeah, very inclusive. So I got quite a few ideas from her feed as well. There you go, have a look. And as I've been working with ancestors more intensely over the past year, that was on my wish list for a while already also. So I've got it now. Yay! The better we know our ancestors, the better we know ourselves. Nancy Hendrickson, a longtime tarot master with over 40 years of experience in the field of genealogy, offers a fresh take on working with the tarot. In Ancestral Tarot, she shows us how to use tarot cards to connect with ancestors, uncover family mysteries, and help heal multi-generational trauma. Now, in these changing times with, age of Aquarius and Pluto going into Aquarius and all that kind of stuff, whatever is going on. I'm not an astrologer, so, correct me if I'm wrong, but, there's a lot of stuff happening now with, revolutionary tendencies and everything, truth coming to light and all that. That is really a big thing right now, dissolving all that ancestral trauma, bringing the shadow to light, to heal it, to, first of all, of course, to uncover it, to become aware of it, and then go on to working to heal it and, to find a better way forward. So I think that's very poignant for this time that we find ourselves in. So it says, Nancy Hendrickson, a long we've had that. You will learn how to identify and access ancestral gifts, messages, powers, protectors, and healers. Use genealogy to find both recent and ancient ancestors. Navigate the confusing maze of DNA and ethnic heritage. Use the tarot to discover ancestors you may not have known you had. Each chapter includes prompts that lead you on the path of self-discovery by exploring the ancestral gifts, wounds, and patterns you may have inherited. This is a tarot book of the very best kind. It is a journey to the self through the spirits of those who've come before. It plunges you immediately into the process, and with the author as experienced guide, you learn the skills needed for each step of the way. The only things you add are one or more tarot decks, a journal, and the willingness to explore this little travel terrain. Highly recommended even for those who don't know or care about their lineage, as you'll find yourself connected to the deepest pathways of life. Mary Kay Greer, author of Archetypal Tarot, said that, and another great author there as well. So yeah, that comes highly recommended as well. And yeah, I could, I could spend the next decade with my books and work with all that stuff. Here we go, next one. Psychic Witch by Auryn, with a foreword by David Hunter. A metaphysical guide to meditation, magic, and manifestation. There you go. Right. So, uncover the secrets to becoming a powerful psychic witch. Popular writer and witch Auryn reveals his most closely guarded tips, practices, and meditations for unlocking your psychic abilities and elevating your witchcraft into exciting new territory. Featuring over 90 exercises, this groundbreaking book helps your magic and your senses reach their full potential. Witchcraft and psychism are two sides of the same coin. They complement and strengthen one another. Psychic Witch provides everything you need to not only master the perception and manipulation of energy, but also to perform magic anywhere and at any time. This ingenious book teaches you how to use subtle energy in new ways and manifest your perceptions into instant magical results. Big promises. Anyway, looking forward. As usual, I wouldn't have bought it otherwise, would I? and I love the owl as well. So, one of those. Yeah, my website, by the way, has a section on power animals that I'm still having to clean up and work over and update, but it's there. So if you want to have a look at that, owl is in there as well. TirzaSchaefer.com/power animals. You can have a little browse there. So the next book is A New History of Witchcraft, Sorcerers, Heretics, and Pagans by Jeffrey B. Russell and Brooks Alexander. So I think it is very important to know your history. Okay. Have a look at that. There's, lots of different symbols on there as well. So, yeah. For nearly 30 years, during which it has been continuously in print, Jeffrey Russell's A History of Witchcraft has been the one authoritative, concise, illustrated history of witchcraft. Now in collaboration with Brooks Alexander, who has himself conducted innovative researches in the field, this classic book has been fully revised with additional chapters accompanied by many illustrations. As history shows, whether or not one believes in the powers of witchcraft, one must believe in the existence of witches. Here the definition of witchcraft in its many diverse forms is discussed, and its historical, anthropological, and religious manifestations charted from its origins through to the present day. Alexander includes an analysis of the importance of the internet and films in the dissemination of witchcraft today, and the potential tensions as a movement that was originally a closed, secretive, initiatory cult becomes an open, recognized public religion. So really excited about that, especially, it being revised now and having more, obviously that's a classic, you know, always have that light reflecting. So yeah, there's a little boar at the back, just so you know. It's cute. I love animals. Right, here's another one. Understanding human design. So we're away from witchy magical stuff for the moment. The New Science of Astrology, Discover Who You Really Are by Karen Curry Parker. So as you can see, for those of you who don't know human design, I just know a little bit. It's based on your birth chart, but like that, there's lots of stuff happening there as well. So yeah. That's why I got this book, to understand more. The Owner's Manual for Your Life. Founded in the 20th century by the late spiritual teacher Ra Uru Hu, human design is often called the new astrology and the intersection of science and spirituality. Your human design chart is formulated by taking your birth date, time, and location and extrapolating specific personality traits and life paths from this convergence. A human design chart offers an astonishingly accurate guide to your personality, as well as direction and counsel on how each individual can deal with challenges in their life. Previously, human design charts have been notoriously difficult to interpret and decipher, usually taking a dedicated expert to read and translate them into plain English. That's always been my problem as well. At least that used to be the case until now. In Understanding Human Design, author Karen Curry Parker walks you through the sometimes complex and intimidating human design chart with simple, direct language. You will learn about each level of human design, from the most basic elements of the charts to the deeper, more nuanced insights human design offers, all in an approachable and interesting way. That's cool. Understand how every line, intersection, and symbol correlates to a personality trait that can directly affect your life, with an experienced guide by your side. Your personal human design chart can reveal your strengths, your weaknesses, and perhaps most important, your potential. Prepare for repetitive difficulties that you might encounter throughout your life, and embrace the opportunity to grow as you understand your personal human design strategy. With author Karen Curry Parker's assistance and knowledge, you have a path to overcome these difficulties simply by following the directions set out in your human design chart, the owner's manual to your life. So, yeah, very excited to explore that further as well, especially after, I've learned how to read birth charts and, still have to practice, but to get proficient. But I've done a course with Sinead Fine. She's just offering a new one at the moment as well. Even if you see this video later, she'll continue to do that, every so often offering that. So tarotforwomen.com is her website. You want to check that out. She also offers tarot diploma. Best teacher ever, and half my family are teachers. I've got 3 children, so I've been working with teachers and having contact with them and whatever all my life. I know what I'm talking about. She is bloody brilliant. I mean, you look at things and you think that's too complicated. I'm never gonna fucking learn that. No way. I'm not even gonna try. And she breaks down things that are so complex and so confusing and everything into really simple steps that you can really grasp. I mean, that's just incredible. That woman is, I don't know, she's really seriously divinely gifted with that. That just on the side. there's more to come about her anyway, but separately. But I just had to throw that in here as we were talking about astrology as well. So back to witchcraft. Excuse me. I'm just coming out of a cold. So we've got Scott Cunningham, which is one of the big authors in that witchcraft world as well. The Truth About Witchcraft is a little book here, as you can see. Witchcraft, Plain and Simple. Written by beloved author Scott Cunningham, The Truth About Witchcraft provides a wonderful introduction to witchcraft and Wicca for those new to the craft, exploring the history of folk magic and the contemporary practices of witchcraft and Wicca. This highly accessible book shares information about using magic for love, prosperity, raising energy, and more. You will also discover helpful tips and techniques for utilizing crystals, herbs, candles, cauldrons, and wands, dispelling the many myths and understandings that surround witchcraft. This convenient guide shows how to work with timeless rituals and natural energies in order to create positive changes in your life. Whether you want to learn about the goddess and the god or the special holidays known as Sabbats and Esbats, you will discover the answers you seek. So yeah, as far as I was told, most modern books on witchcraft are Wiccan based. You might want to, that's another reason why it's important to know your history. And those concepts, you might want to keep in mind which kind of perspective an author writes from, not discrediting anything or, but just to know, which corner you're coming from kind of thing. So, that's the one here. Because there's more than Wicca and pagan and heathen and things like that. You even got atheistic witches and magicians. So, there's like a whole huge range. So bear that in mind. The next book is another one by Scott Cunningham, this time with David Harrington, The Magical Household, Spells and Rituals for the Home. And the broom and the cat, I love it. Isn't that so cute? You've got the moon over the door here as well. That is a really cool, super cute cover. I love it. So praise for the magical household. Okay, there's just praise and a bit about the authors. Okay, there have always been magical households. A house was a shrine to the deity of life itself. Its roof and walls served as a shield from the effects of the elements, both physical and magical, and held in the home's luck, spirit, or energy, while its door guarded against unwanted intrusions. The house sustained life. It was sacred and powerful. From The Magical Household. So that's a little quote from this book. Another thing to explore. Very excited about this. And now the last one. Yeah, we've come to the last. It's quite a pile, isn't it? This month. So another goddess. Aphrodite's Magic, Celebrate and Heal Your Sexuality by Jane Meredith, author of Journey to the Dark Goddess. I think I've got a couple of other books by her on my wish list as well. She came recommended also. So, and you know me and, anything sexual, writing romance books as well myself. So Aphrodite is definitely somebody, a goddess that I've worked with a lot, and also with self-healing, sexual healing, whatever, sex magic, things like that. She's great to work with in that way. I've personally based a lot of my work with her on self-care and self-love because, I've had a couple of years to come out of a burnout situation and that really helped. So, but yeah, so this one is super interesting to me as well. Are you a woman who believes in your own beauty? Do you love your sensuality and live it fully? Aphrodite's magic is a journey into 7 aspects of your sexuality. Enter the temple of Aphrodite, ancient Greek goddess of love, and explore your most private feminine self. Resolve and heal trauma, grief, and abuse from the past to set your sexuality free. Honor and celebrate your unique embodiment of the divine feminine. Creative journaling, inspiring rituals and activities, as well as guided visualizations, support each step of your journey. Renew your relationship to your sexuality as you discover the threads that have created it. Rework each one into a clear sacred strand and then weave them together with your magic, your chants, your dance, and your life. Create your own magical goddess girdle and a spell that culminates in a powerful affirmation of self-honoring and sexual embodiment. Reawaken yourself with Aphrodite's magic. So yeah, sounds good, doesn't it? Right, and now we're at the end of this month's book haul. That's it for a while. If I can stick to the book pad. I'll try my best, but I'm not giving any guarantees here. I just love buying books and yeah. But anyway, so I hope you loved that. I hope you've got some, getting some inspiration. Maybe there was a book or two that interest you as well that you might want to get put on your, on your shopping cart or on your wish list, something like that, and explore that further. See you next time. Don't forget, we've always got other weekly videos and features. So, follow this channel, click on the bell so you don't miss out on new content, and let me know what you think, okay? See you later. Bye.